Here are the two best leveling builds in Season 4 for the Necromancer. Let's jump right in. The first build is the minion build. With the Season 4 changes, minions now inherit 100% of your character's stats. So this build is ideal if you want to just raise hell with your own army. Now, the pros of this build are the single target damage, many options to crowd control your enemies. You have a strong army that's doing most of the work for you. And as a result, you can sit back, relax, and watch the show. Some of the cons, though, is the minions don't really have the best targeting. You can't specifically target where they attack, besides the active skill for golems, and it is more of a hands-off gameplay style, so if you want something more involved, this may not be the build for you. Now, setting up your skills, you're going to want the raised skeleton skill on your bar at all times. You will want your golem, decrepify, corpse tendrils, bone prism, and army of the dead. For your Book of the Dead, you're going to want to select Defenders for your Skeletal Warriors with the Taunt Enemies upgrade. For your Mages, you want to select Cold Mages and you want the Vulnerable upgrade. And lastly, for your Golem, you're going to want the Iron Golem with the Shockwave upgrade. For your gameplay rotation, you'll want to start every fight with Decrepify. Prioritize making sure you have all of your minions up. Keep Army of the Dead on cooldown as often as possible. Use Corpse Tendril whenever you want additional CC because it slows, stuns, and applies vulnerable as well. And then once your Corpse Tendrils are up, go ahead and use your Bone Prism to keep all of them stuck inside. Now, for your gear, for most of your left side items, you're going to want ranks to Golem Mastery. For the Helm, also look for cooldown reduction. For the chest and pants, look for maximum life. For gloves, also look for damage related pieces like crit strike chance and crit damage. And then for boots, look for movement speed. Now for your weapon, you'll always want to use a two-handed scythe because your minions are all going to inherit that damage and they're going to get a lot more damage with a two-hander than a one-hander and offhand. That being said, the best priority on your weapon besides the DPS, which should be number 1, is attack speed. For your jewelry, on your amulet, look for ranks to Hellbent Commander, crit chance, and cooldown reduction. And then for your rings, you want crit chance to be number 1, followed by your max health. The best easy to get aspects for this build are the aspect of reanimation, which you can find in the Alderwood dungeon, Grasping Veins, which is found in the Corrupted Grotto, Unyielding Commander, which you can get in the Faceless Shrine in Hawzar, Plunging Darkness in the Rhinescar Cavern, Fast Blood from Ironhold, and then Disobedience from Halls of the Damned. Now that's it for the minion leveling build. If you want a more hands-on approach, the next build we're going to talk about is the Blood Surge Necromancer leveling build. Now, the perks of this build is that it has massive AoE, good CC, you still have your skeleton minions, so you have dependable army tanking for you, and you also get multiple different resources with damage, using your mana, using your health, and then corpses as well. Some of the cons here, there aren't any mobility skills, so you are going to move a little bit slow. Although it is great for AoE, it doesn't have the best single target damage. Now, the skills you're going to want to use in this build are the Raised Skeletons. You'll want Blood Mist, Iron Maiden, Corpse Tendrils, Bone Storm, and then Blood Surge. Now, for your Book of the Dead, you're going to want to sacrifice your Skeletal Warriors, sacrifice your Golem, and then select Cold Skeletal Mages with the upgrade that gains you Essence. Essence upkeep is important for this build, so besides the Skeletal Mages, you're also going to want to make sure that you choose the Iron Maiden upgrade that no longer costs Essence and gains 5 for each time. So when you have a high density encounter, use this and you'll gain a bunch of different resources. In terms of gear, this spec you'll want a lot of maximum life, and then Essence per second 2. For gloves, look for ranks to Blood Lance as well as crit chance. And for your boots, besides maximum life and essence, also look for movement speed. On your jewelry, for your amulet, look for ranks to Tides of Blood and ranks to Coalesce Blood. And then for your rings, go for maximum life and then crit strike chance. Weapon, you'll also want to look for maximum life and then resource cost reduction as well. Now, in terms of aspects, this build is really strong as a standalone, but for the top 3 aspects that you can get from normal dungeons, you'll want Grasping Veins from the Corrupted Grotto, Bloodbath from Hoarfrost's Demise, and Disobedience from the Halls of the Damned. That's it for the Blood Surge Necromancer leveling build. Now these two are the top builds currently in Season 4 to level up. Now, if you want to find out the best method to level, please check out my past video. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Until next time.